And whoever was not found in the written book of life was cast in the lake of fire. Each and every single one of us will be judged. Each and every single one of us will be brought before God at the great white throne judgment. And if you're not in the book of life, you will be condemned. You will be sent to hell. And I tell you that the law condemns each and every single one of us. But you must repent and believe in Jesus to find life in Him. Now I want to read another Psalms 51. Now, Psalm 51. I want to make something clear in Psalm 51. Something very prominent in the day of Psalm 51 when David wrote this psalm. If you've ever known something, I want to make this clear. David was a man of God. David served God and went after his own heart. David loved the Lord with all his heart and leaned not on his own understanding. But David sinned. David sinned against God. And what did David do? He took a married woman. He took a married woman and had sex with that woman. And what did David do to that husband? He sent that husband to war to die. David plotted a man to die at war. David sinned. And I tell you the truth. David was a broken man before God. David made a prayer to God. And he said this, "Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness, according to your multitude of thy tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions, wash me thoroughly from my iniquities, and cleanse me from my sins. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me." His sin was ever before him. His sin was overwhelming him. His sin condemned him. But David realized one thing from this, and he noticed one thing. "Against thee, only thee, I have sinned and have done this evil in thy sight. And thou hast manifested and be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, the desirest truth in inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make to be known wisdom." I want to make it clear, David turned to Jesus. David repented and believed. And then what David did in that moment is he turned to Christ and he was saved. The same way you must come by faith and not by sight. The woman with the issue of blood came in the moment of desperation. She had the issue of blood for 12 years, and she came to Jesus, and she touched his garment, the cloth of his garment, and she was healed. And that I want to make the same profession of faith. Anyone who believes in Jesus, anyone that turns to Christ, anyone that repents and believes in this gospel will be saved, will be changed. And I say this, repent and believe in the gospel. And I say thank you. I pray that everyone comes and knows Jesus. God bless you, and good night.